The Boucuse Store is the Culinary Olympics. It's the international competition that every 2 years begins with 60 countries vying for 24 spots in the final, where you have essentially 12 countries each day over a 2-day competition. Each team comes in and is given a 6 by 3 meter box, 4 burners, 1 oven, and it's a chef and a commis or an apprentice, just 2 guys in a box. It's an incredibly choreographed race against time, in which you have to prepare the most extraordinary food that you can think of and that you've planned for over the last year. All of this occurs in a stadium of 2,500 screaming fans. The ambience is like a soccer stadium or a concert. You know, faces are painted, there's a marching band, there's drums beating, there's flags waving, and you know, when you're in that environment, it's extraordinary. You're watching these chefs who have 5.5 hours to put up a final amount of 28 plates. And it's extraordinary. Being in that room, feeling the energy, feeling the patriotism and the excitement, anticipation is one of a kind experience. When I started training in 2014 for the 2015 finals, it was basically kind of putting together a little bit of what everyone had done in the past. The best the US had done at that point was 6th place. I was really fortunate to work with Martin Kastner from Crucial Detail. The two of us became immediate collaborators together, and he's basically kind of a genius mind. And we quickly realized that our approach to things was in a lot of ways very similar, but our tools were different. When we start training for the competition, we begin working on those garnishes, and we're constantly thinking about who our audience is. We're cooking for 24 countries, essentially, so we have to have something that's perceived well by a wide range of palates. Everything on the plate has to eat well together and come together as an extraordinary dish, both in presentation and final flavor. When we arrived in the arena, there was an incredible sense of expectation and tension. I think there was also a sense of anxiety over would we finally be rewarded for the work that we knew was good enough to put us on the podium. We were there competing against incredible competition. 4 of the chefs from other countries were coming back for the 2nd time. One of them had already won silver previously. And when bronze was announced and Sweden had won bronze, we knew we had a strong chance. Sweden was a favorite that year. And so, when the silver was announced, it was Grant Achatz who announced it. And I remember just hearing United States and bursting into a euphoric hug of emotion and release with Chef Keller and Gavin and Skylar, and it was incredible. You worked so hard for so long, and all of us had put in incredible effort to get there. Gavin had been a part of this journey from all the way from 2005 when he had been there, and then competing in 2007. For someone like Chef Keller to say that this is one of the most unforgettable moments of my career, I think it says a lot. After everything had calmed down from our win in 2015 and the euphoria of that moment had settled in, there was another emotion that kind of surfaced almost immediately, and that was the fact that we had come so close to gold. Having tasted the victory of silver and coming so close to gold, there was an intense sense of unfinished business, that we had to come back. We had to come back and finish and take us all the way to gold. The opportunity to train with the foundation that we had built in 2015, with a totally new approach to how we would design the platter and the tools with Martin and Crucial Detail, the way that we would approach training in the kitchen and the timed runs that we do, the calendar that we would follow to develop the food. It was a different and yet familiar feeling walking into the arena to compete. I was on the outside as the coach, and with Matt and Harrison in the box competing, I was surrounded by all of the other coaches and judges and competitors who had come to watch us. And so there was a strong sense of expectation as we were surrounded by all of these judges and the crowd. From the moment we started, I knew Matt and Harrison were well prepared. It was incredible to watch their composure and their tenacity to push through every challenge and to deliver incredible food. The platter, as it arrived, again had the effect that we hoped it would, stunning the crowd, stunning the judges. The design Martin had done was, again, unique, one of a kind, and unexpected. As we lined up for the award ceremony, all of the same emotions from 2015 came flooding back, carrying the weight of the world on our shoulders. But there was also a different expectation. There was a sense that the only thing that we would be happy with to walk away with from that competition was gold. It was pretty clear as the award ceremony began that Iceland had won the bronze, as the announcer prompted them to do their signature thunderclap just before receiving the medal. In the moments preceding the silver announcement, I just remember thinking to myself, please don't be us, please don't be us. We came here to win gold. This is what we're going to leave with.
Norway.
I remember turning to Matt after the silver was announced as being Norway and just saying, this is happening, we're going to win. I think the looks on our faces says it all as gold was announced. As Harrison darted across the stage with the flag proudly over his head, with Chef Keller and Matt and I making our way to the podium in an embrace, we had won. We were the Boucuse d'Or champions. And to be able to say that, to be able to think that that was reality, was an extraordinary thing. We had climbed to the summit, and the view from there was pretty extraordinary. As the U.S. flag was displayed above us and the Star-Spangled Banner, filled the stadium, my thoughts just filled with everyone who had brought us here. All of the past competitors who had come before us and helped to build what we were able to continue building on. The organization of Mentor and all of the people involved who had helped to build that foundation. It was an American effort. It was the American journey that brought us there, and it was an extraordinary privilege to be standing there with Chef Keller and Matt and Harrison and to accept that gold medal for our country. I think winning the Boucuse d'Or is a testament to the progress of cuisine in America, and looking at the transition and evolution of how our food and culture has evolved over the last 30 years is a testament to the chefs and the restaurants across our country that have developed a unique style of cuisine and quality of cuisine. And I think we're going to continue to see that. I think we're going to continue to see that evolution. We're going to continue to see the U.S. perform at a high level at the Boucuse d'Or, and we've won the respect of the international community once again. And for me, there's never been a more exciting time to be a chef in America. Chasing Boucuse was the first opportunity to give people, a front row seat to the Boucuse d'Or, not only at the competition as it occurs, but the behind the scenes, the emotions, all of the stories, the trials, the failures, everything through it. And I think it's something that people don't know. They don't know, how would they, right? And so to be able to give that to them, to show them the imagery from the journey, to show them the final photos, to share the recipes, as an opportunity for us to bring people into our world that we've lived, and to be able to share the emotion and the drama and the excitement of the Boucuse d'Or.